Hello guys, thank you so much for being here. This video is going to be a very unusual one for me. It's definitely not something I'm going to head into. This is just one-off video that, let's call it home improvement video. Because when I was going through this whole plumbing ordeal, I did not see any decent videos showcasing this plumbing removal. So I know for a fact that if you're watching this and you know what is Kitec, you want to watch this video. This video, in my opinion, is a gem because I really tried my hardest to film everything, to show you everything, what happens. This is how Kitec looks. It's orange and blue lines. So if you see any orange or blue, that is 100% Kitec. So let me start by talking a little bit about Kitec plumbing and what it is. So Kitec plumbing was in Ontario, was used in Ontario. I'm not sure about the rest of the world, probably also. From 1995 to 2007. At 2007, they started realizing that it's failing. And now that it has been about 15 years since 2007, the Kitec plumbing is getting older and older and older, and it's failing more and more and more. For a fact, I know a number of buildings where Kitec explodes essentially pretty much every other day. Like, it's a problem. My unit, the unit that I'm no longer at, I have sold my condo, but last year it was a very, very hard sell for me to sell my unit and move on to my house because specifically of the Kitec plumbing. The industry, the condo industry was also kind of going down, but it's the Kitec at that point in time that many people that would go into my condo and then find out about Kitec and they would be like, I don't want this condo. So my only option was to do this. Did I want to do it? No, not at all. Everything was working. Actually in the building there were never any kind of failures of the Kitec type. So it was a bit of I don't want to do this, but I have to do it. And it's expensive. It really is. So over here I have my laptop. I need it because there's a number of things that I want to talk to you about before I start showing you the footage of what happens. So this is over here I'm looking at is the engineering proposal essentially of how much everything is going to cost. So to remove Kitec, there are a number of stages. The first stage is you need to contact essentially engineers/architects that need to send you the layout of your building so that you know where all of the Kitec plumbing lines go. To do this, the pricing of that, and I'm going to be very honest because to be honest, I want to know if you have experience in Kitec, please write it down below if this is too much or too little. So my estimate and what I actually did pay was to get the permit ready package, which is essentially architectural drawings, together with the actual cost of the permit, together with I selected for the architects to apply for the permit for me. It's my preference. I wanted it to be faster. I wanted it to be more easy because I've never done this. All of that together was $1,000. So the package was $400. The permit, the city permit was $200. And then for the architectural firm to apply for me was $250, which basically came to slightly over $1,000. But that was not it. Another $550 I needed to pay to the architects for them to, when the Kitec is over, when all of the plumbing is out, they need to basically sign like a document saying it is out. It is officially out according to the architectural standards, whatever standards they have. So in total, this whole architectural part was $1,550. In terms of pricing for the architects to put together a package, that was about 2 weeks. And to get an actual permit, city permit, that was about 3 weeks, I think, maybe a month. So there's definitely time you have to allocate for this. And as soon as I got the permit, I just started getting quotes from the plumbers. One of the best quotes was from the guys there called Aquazen. I'm gonna, by the way, link them down below. I really liked what they've done, and their quote was $6,550. It was like $100 over because they needed to add like something that was kind of missing, like my old like cables, so they added $100 extra, so total came to $6,650. And then I spent about $100 for paint and paint brushes because what they do is the plumbers, they do the job, but they leave you actually to paint because they're not painters. They're not supposed to try to color match the walls. I was very lucky in the sense that I just painted my kitchen, so I knew exactly what color paint I needed, and it was it was actually more of a fix-up, like whatever they went, versus painting all of the walls. But that's definitely another thing to think about. If you're removing Kitec, it's like, is it gonna leave a chunk of a color paint that you don't even have or that is aged? You might need to do a lot of painting. So now let me show you the whole, I filmed every single step. Let me show you everything. Definitely write down below if you're one of those people who is trying to do Kitec right now. Let me know how much your prices were. Let me know how long it took. Overall, by the way, this whole process took, I would say, about 2 months for me. Plumbers took all in all, I think, about 2 days, and then 2 extra days for sanding and just making sure everything is beautiful. So today is 2 days before the plumbers are gonna come into my kitchen and remove all of the Kitec. And I wanted to, make sure I have it on tape, make sure I have it on video, and show you how it looks now, because it is gonna look different when they are gonna be doing stuff, and hopefully it will look just as normal when they are done. So let me show you my kitchen. I'm on kitchen. So over here is kind of the kitchen. It's small, it's just 1 bedroom, and then we have over here we have the sink. And so the Kitec is right here. This is the bad guy. It works fine, everything is fine, but gotta remove it. What they're gonna do here, to be honest, I don't know. But I cleared everything out. And over here, right next door, I also cleaned this out, because over here there is Kitec as well. If you can see, it's kind of sprayed, not intentionally, but it is there, so that's going to be removed. Don't think they're going to touch much here, other than over here. Well, they're probably going to drill into it. So the plumbing contractor did come over here. He reviewed everything. He said from 7 to 10 holes in the walls and the ceiling. So ceiling, the pipe, the Kitec pipe is going, I think, along this wall over here. And this is the bathroom. It's kind of hard to describe. So here's the bathroom. Now let's go into the bathroom. That's also going to be removed. Here's the bathroom, and obviously here's Kitec over there. Look at that, beautiful. So that's gonna be removed. The toilet, he said he's not removing, which is great. This is the main line when he's gonna, this is the basically, what is it called? It's gonna be turned off so that there's no water in the unit, which is great. He checked, he made sure that works. That works really well, which means that we do not need to turn off any other water supply in the building. All we need to do is turn off this, which is great. As I understand, sometimes they need to turn off the water supply for like a whole stack of apartments if those are valves, I just remembered, if they don't work well, which is not going to be the case for us. Great. Going back over here, this is going to be out. There's Kitec through here. This, I was promised that even if they're gonna make a bigger hole, they're gonna cover it up somehow. This is out. It's not garbage, but what's the plumbing below it, that's garbage. And of course the laundry. He tried to move it out, as you can see. He will probably need help with that. I'm not sure how many guys there will be, if it's just one main guy, or I know he will need help over here to push this out. And this thing over there, this thing apparently is so old that he needs to replace it anyhow. It was like 150 bucks, whatever. And there's going to be replacement of Kitec in here as well. To be completely honest, I don't know where Kitec is in here, but what he's saying, it needs to be replaced in here as well. So anyway, 1 or 2 holes here. There's going to be hole obviously here. There's going to be a hole here. There's going to be a hole here, obviously over here. And then we're going to have a hole in here somewhere, he said. Not really sure why, because the piping is going this way. The ceiling is going to get a hole, nice big one over here. And obviously under the sink, a bunch of holes. Under the sink, a bunch of holes over there. So this is 2 days later. This is the first official day of the plumbers being here. I went to Dollarama and I just bought this plastic and I taped it up. Basically, you don't want any dust into your products, into your food. They actually taped over the separator over here so that essentially the kitchen is separated from the living room again so that there is no dust. And over here they are already starting to cut stuff out, and here's all of their stuff. Of course, I was not using the kitchen for that day. Water was off. And here's them cutting it out. Here's the laundry room. And they had to take out the washer and dryer over there. Here are the holes. They did have to remove the toilet and more holes under the sink. And there's actually a total of 3 holes in the ceiling of my bathroom. And over there, the shower also is removed. So painful to see so many holes, but I know it's got to be done. And here's one of the plumber guys making a hole right in the middle of, like, as you enter the condo. Definitely hurts seeing this. Okay, so it's done. Okay, so let's look over here. Everything is left so that the inspectors that are coming on Monday, so that they have a view of everything. So yeah, everything is, toilet and the bath is not working, but the water is working. And as you can see, the clear things are the new pipes. And sorry, the Kitec over there is still sort of there. I guess they didn't really bother removing it. Maybe they can't, I don't know. So the clear pipes over here again. So same story, Kitec clear pipes are the new ones. And exactly same thing here. Look at these guys. Very cool looking. Is there? It's gotta be here too. Yeah, there's a hole here. Oh boy. Oh boy. look at the mess. It's okay. I told them to leave it. They wanted to clean it, and I was like, it's okay. Here in the laundry, same thing. This is for, again, the inspectors on Monday. Not moving it back into the spot yet. So in terms of kitchen, okay, so new pipes, great. They didn't touch, by the way, my dishwasher. Amazing. I really didn't want it to touch it, so that's good. So yes. And what is here? Yep, nuclear pipes. Nuclear pipes, not nuclear. Nuclear pipes. All right. So now I'm just gonna, oh gosh, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna vacuum. I'm not gonna take these off yet because there's still lots to do. And there's one hole in there too. So okay, not bad. They were here from 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock. They did take lunch break, I think about an hour or half an hour, I don't know. There were 2 of them, and I think their boss, but the boss wasn't really doing much. He was more like guiding. So yeah, I think it's good. Looks like it's done. Other than the holes. It's very painful to see your ceiling looking like that. So stage 3 is the approval by the architects. So after the plumbers do their removal, you need to have the architect, before the plumbers close the holes, the architects need to make sure that the Kitec was removed and removed appropriately according to the standards. And this is that stage. As this was midsummer, the approval architect was actually on vacation, so I had to wait for about, not long, for about maybe 5 days for him to come back. So it did definitely slow down the process. The hardest part was that I didn't have the shower or the bathroom, but on my level, on my floor, there was like a common room bathroom, and the showers I used at the gym also downstairs. So it was doable, just not very comfortable. So the ceiling is patched up, very happy about that. This little hole is also patched up. Obviously needs to be grouted or whatever is that's called. That is all in the kitchen. Like, that's it. Just 2 things. They added some kind of insulation over here, which is lovely. And they removed the old Kitec, which is also amazing. And over here, it just goes into whatever it goes into. So now for this area, this is work in progress, still lots to do. Not very sure what they're doing here. Here, okay, this is patched up, not yet patched up. By the way, this is a different drywall. I wonder if they threw away the other one. I need to do some cleaning. And this is still needed, but the insulation is there, which is also awesome. We asked for, the inspector asked for that, so we just made sure it's there. Over here, the plumbing company has hired a gentleman who was kind of fixing and grouting, making sure the holes were nice and smooth and flat. Obviously, you can see the color because it's not painted, but there are some also imperfections. He actually took about 2 days, not 2 full days, but he came about twice to fix everything up and sand everything down. Did he do a good job? Yes, definitely. Did I still try to fix his work because there were some imperfections? Yes. And did I fail at that? Also a yes, because if you're not a professional, don't touch it. Just don't touch it. Just paint it over and be done with it. So now they have left me with primer, and basically I will be coloring all of this. I already primed over there. They also left with the drywall compound, and they also left the actual primer, which I appreciated, and the tools in case I need to patch up anything. I might do a little bit, but that's just me being a perfectionist. Overall, I think they did a good job. But there's still lots of cleanup and just setting everything up and painting. So in terms of the patch up, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to get everything to perfect, because you can sort of see this is already painted over, right? And you can see some stuff, hence why it was similar over here. So I went back with the compound, drywall compound, and I'm gonna sand more. Am I a little bit crazy? Yes, but I wanted to look really nice and smooth and flawless. So here I just wanted to show you that I did end up painting sections of the ceiling, which was actually pretty hard. If you ever painted ceilings, you know what I'm talking about. Over here, same thing in the bathroom, because it was very hard to match the paint. The paint in there was a little bit old and also faded from just, the light. So yes, a bit of a refresher, but overall fairly small areas. So here's my condo, all fixed up. Over here we have nothing. This is perfectly patched up. You can see, well, I can sort of see, right? Like, I think when you know, but it's pretty much impossible to see if you don't know. This over here, let me see if, okay, when I turn off the light, nope, you can see a little bit of like a texture over here, but it's so hard to see. Again, it's only when you know. It's only when you are, when you sanded that part will you see it. And over here, this is fixed. They actually only today came in, the plumbers, and changed the, what is this called? I'm not sure what this is called. Basically, these things got changed, so now everything works. I'm very happy about that. And let's go to the bathroom. Ta-da! Nothing. So same story. If you know, you can see, like, there was a hole in here. I can sort of see it, but I think it's still a very good job. There was a hole here, almost impossible even for me to see. And another hole over here. Same story, impossible to see at this point. And what else? I also painted here, so it's all nice and even. I painted over there. I painted in here. Now everything. Anyway, you get the point. Everything is painted. Everything is fixed. I'm very much happy. The work that these guys, AquaZen guys, did was great. It was a lot of work, and they did try their best. Like today, I asked to do the silicone over here, so they did the silicone. They did over here the silicone, which was very nice. So yes, very happy about this result. Very excited that it is over. The cleanup was horrible. It was so much to do. What I should have never done is all of the dry stuff, I wet it, I moisten it, and I try to wipe it. You don't do that. You need to vacuum it, or it will create such a mess because it activates, right, with water. So that was horrible. You live and you learn. Definitely happy that this is now past me. I'm gonna link all of the guys' information down below. So the AquaZen guys and the Trace Consulting, the architects who helped me with this, down below. Let me know what you thought about this whole video. I tried my hardest, as I mentioned, to do the most concise, the most to the point video. Let me know what you thought about all of this. And what is your experience? Are you the owner? Are you the buyer? What is it that you're going to plan on doing? And if you have done Kitec removal, please let me know how much it was for you. Just curious, really. Please like and comment on this video if you can. It just helps to push it out to more people, because this is definitely a thing that's going to be a theme for many people, and I want the information to find them. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you next time. Bye. So this is how I understood why Kitec needs to be removed. It has something to do with the calcium accumulation in these plastic tubes, because they are essentially plastic tubes. And essentially what happens is everything is fine up until they literally burst. There's no like leaking, a little bit of drippage, nothing. They're just like poof, and half of your kitchen is flooded. And in terms of just the result of this Kitec replacement is you're actually replacing plastic with plastic. Do I think that that's the best way? No, because they can say the same thing in 5 years that this new plastic is also bursting. So that part I cannot say I love, but as far as things go, the replacement, and I'm going to insert the name of the replacement right here, is what is suggested, what is supposed to be really, really good. And that's what I replaced it with. Plastic with plastic.